Hello, it is Sunday, day 13, which means it is football. I only have one football game to watch today, and that is Ravens vs. Seahawks, which is happening in about 30 minutes or so. So I've got my Russell Wilson jersey on again because I still don't have a Ravens jersey, as I said before. But I did probably the next best thing, which was I'm wearing a purple shirt underneath my jersey. So that's the closest Ravens thing I think I have. I should get a Flacco jersey. I really should. I just haven't yet, and it's not my main sport, you know. I mean, obviously I'm more baseball. I have more baseball jerseys and things like that. But I think probably for next year I should get a Flacco jersey finally. So anyway, as you can see behind me is my messy office den room. There's just a bunch of junk everywhere. And to be honest, I'm tired of looking at it. So what I was going to do during the game is work on cleaning, which I tried to do a bit last weekend, and it just didn't come together. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to do some things, a little bit of hustle to try to get some of these gifts that I need to get in the mail to people before Christmas. I guess I'm rooting for both teams. Now, let's be honest. I'm in a really weird position where I guess I'm kind of rooting for both teams, she said, as she was wearing a Seahawks jersey, because that's all she has. No, I mean, the Ravens are not, they're not in it. I mean, we've lost Flacco to injury. We've now lost Matt Schaub to injury, you know, so now we're on our third string quarterback. So yeah, it's been a rough year. The Ravens obviously are not making the playoffs. They have not been in the playoff race for a few weeks now, let's be honest. Rooting for my want to be adopted city. I am gonna get to work because I keep looking at myself and looking at the mess behind me, and it's terrible. I need to organize. I need to put a bunch of things in boxes. I need to get rid of some things that are just sort of hanging around and just stuff I don't need anymore. I meant to do a Goodwill run maybe this week, but that didn't work out, so I think I will try to do that this coming week, if not next weekend. Also, probably aware, and I meant to mention this on Friday, but we are less than 2 weeks out from Christmas, so if you need to finish your Christmas shopping, like me, if you need to get stuff in the mail, do it sooner rather than later. I threw this under here. This is just just a plastic like yarn organizer thing, and I have a bunch of stuff in here, and I had it taped up so that the drawers wouldn't fall out, but I'm just opening it now and going like, oh yeah, yarn. So yeah, I just a quick peek into my yarn stash here. It's a bunch of sock yarn stuff that, you know, hopefully look to knit at some point. And then in here is I had a phase where I got a lot of Noro, which is a very nice Japanese wool that has very interesting colors changes. But I bought a lot of crayon or Kurion. Not entirely sure how to say it, but yeah, it's just basically this entire box is just nothing but like Noro, and there's at least, you know, 20 balls of yarn or so in here, a couple little scraps and things. So, and then down here I just found a couple of skeins that I just haven't made yet. I mean, obviously here's an orange and a white. I wonder what that was for. It might, you know, maybe that was baseball related, who can tell. And then I have some like Miss Babs. What is this exactly? This is, yeah, the Yowza. That's one of their well-known lines. Yeah, I don't know. I bought it because I was like, oh, blues, greens, you know, that's so pretty. And then I have this really vibrant red that I like as well, but I'm not entirely sure what I would do with it. And then also I have Dragonfly Fibers, which is local. It's Maryland, and it's one of my favorites. I really like their color schemes. They do really nice blends. So I have a couple of those, and I don't know what I'm going to do. I really like this green. I can see this being like a lace scarf or something. I'm not sure what this, maybe like a pair of gloves. So I don't know, it's just a bunch of stuff tucked away, but also I was surprised that I have like all this space, you know, so I could fill, you know, maybe some more stuff in there. I mean, Lord knows I don't need more yarn. Alright, so obviously the Seahawks won, the Ravens lost, which wasn't really a surprise to anybody. I don't mean to be down on the Ravens, but it's, you know, it's not their year. They've had too many injuries going on and just too much bad stuff, and you know, you can't recover from that now. So it's just a get to the end of the season, finish out the season sort of thing. So hey, I thought of a couple more things about myself. I have gotten 3 more likes on there. Let me double check real quick. Yes. I have gotten 3 more likes on that tweet, so that brings the total to 20. So I did 17 before, so I have 3 more to do. So, 18. So I'm an introvert. I think people might already know that. But, you know, introverts can have extroverted moments. And, you know, I do, obviously, if I go to, like, PAX or Desert Bus or something, and, you know, you're kind of constantly socializing with people. But that's such an output of energy for me that afterwards, I really need some time alone to recharge. And I've also noticed this other thing, that if I do a lot of talking and socializing, I don't know if there's a word for it, there might be, but I sort of, the only way you think to describe it is like I tax the motor center of my brain, and I get to a point where I can't talk, if that makes any sense. Okay. To clarify, I can talk. Like, if I needed to, you know, say, hey, watch out, you're gonna burn yourself on the stove. You know, if I had to, like, shout a warning, I could do that. But in terms of, like, holding a conversation, I get to a point where it's like, I can't do it very easily. I'd have to put forward even more substantial amount of effort and energy that I already do not have. So I feel like in further talking, it would just make things worse. And I don't know what that's called. I feel like there probably is a name for it. But I just get to a point where I can't talk very easily. So I can do nonverbal communication, but it's something about physically speaking that I kind of I shut down on for just a little while. 19? I have a very particular habit for when I'm editing, and if I'm in a office editing that day, perhaps, what I tend to do is something like this. Like, I'll have my headphones on, and then what I'll do is I'll pull my hoodie over the headphones, and I'll sit there and edit like this. It's a weird, like, I guess it's just a separation kind of thing. Like, it's like, in a weird way, kind of like blinders, but I call it my focus hoodie. So whenever I need to, like, really focus on some editing, or if I'm gonna get, like, in the zone on it, I pull my hood up. Okay, and 20. I wanna dye my hair someday. I'm a little nervous, I'll admit. I'm a little chicken. I have not fully decided on a color, but probably something in the cool colors range, like green, blue, purple, that sort of thing, because that's usually my go-to, and for anything where I have to choose a color, it's, you know, in the cooler color range. Okay, anyway, wrapping up now. That is the end of day 13. I will see you guys tomorrow for day 14. 14. Ugh.